Hi everybody, welcome back to Ground and Haven Homestead. Today we are out here to do our last garden harvest before our first frost. The time has finally come and the forecast for tomorrow says that we're going to get down to 34 degrees. It's been kind of wavering between like 31 to 35 as the low. So even though it says we're only going to get down to like 34 degrees, I know from experience, usually when it says our low is going to be like 34 degrees, it usually ends up being a little bit colder. So that's why we're harvesting, even though like 34 is technically not freezing. It's probably going to get down to like 32, which is going to be like a light frost. And what's really annoying is that I feel like this happens every year, but like the day or the week after you get your first frost, like look at the forecast for the next week. It's like almost going to be 80 degrees again. It's so upsetting. We're going to have beautiful weather, but by then everything's going to be dead. So, well, not everything, but like all the frost sensitive stuff. So we're going to go grab all that stuff. And the main thing we're going to be harvesting are all of our peppers. We still have some like straggler tomatoes and squash out there. And then I think we'll grab a few of the sensitive herbs as well so that we can enjoy them for at least the next like week or two after the frost. Again, our neighbors are using their power tools. So yeah, that's happening again this video. So sorry for the noise. And obviously Aaron's out here and he's going to be helping me harvest, but he is sick right now after we just came back from traveling. So if you hear him, his voice is very messed up. Do you want to talk in?
Hello, everybody.
Well, I look so awkward there.
Let's get harvesting.
Oh my gosh. His voice sounds so bad right now. And
It's better than it was.
Amazingly. Yeah, let's get harvesting. Last harvest of the season before the frost. Also look at our maple trees that are turning in the background. They're so pretty. Absolutely beautiful. It was such a nice warm day today. It was like, I think 70 degrees. It's kind of crazy to think it's gonna freeze tonight, but here we are. Here's another update on our Vego garden bed. Just because it's been looking so good, I have to show this every time. It's filling out so nicely. This afternoon for lunch, I went in and I thinned out a lot of my tatsoi seedlings because I guess I overseeded, like some of the areas are really thick. So I just thinned out and cut at the base some of the extra seedlings, and I was able to put those in a noodle soup for lunch. So that was really nice. The radishes and turnips are really filling out so quickly. So everything's looking really good. We're not harvesting anything in here today. Everything in here is frost hardy. But yeah, I just wanted to show it because it's looking beautiful. All right, so here is the pepper row, which you have seen many times throughout the season. And we're just gonna go in and pretty much pick everything because there's no point leaving it now. And just to make sure I don't mix up the peppers when we harvest, I got a few containers because I definitely want to separate out like the hot peppers because I don't want to mix them up later and accidentally have hot peppers with our sweet peppers. So I am specifically gonna have a container for the cayenne peppers just because I want to dehydrate those for crushed red pepper flakes. All other hot peppers we can just put into this container. I don't actually know if I have a plan for them, but we might as well pick them and I can decide later this week if I'm gonna make something out of them. And then the basket's gonna be for our sweet peppers. Yeah. I guess I haven't gotten anything yet.
What do you? Oh.
So this is the basket of the sweet peppers. Basically on top, all that you can see are corbachi peppers. There are so many, and we only had like 2 or 3 plants, I think. We just ended up with so many of those peppers. But then at the bottom, we have like the larger bell peppers and stuff. So here is our final haul of peppers. Pretty good. We ended up with a whole basket of sweet peppers, which I showed you. And I think what I'm going to do with all these corbachi peppers is I will try pickling them, probably like whole, because I think they're like a really nice size for it. You can probably pack a lot of them into a jar, and they're pretty thin-skinned. So I think I'm going to try doing that. I've never done that with these peppers before. This is a whole basket of just our Korean chili peppers, which I think I only had like 1 or 2 plants, but this is why I love this chili pepper. It's so productive, and we've eaten a lot of these. These are probably the chili peppers we eat the most of because they're kind of like a medium heat, so you can put them in a lot of things. Then we have our little box of cayenne peppers. A lot of the red ones are down on the bottom, but I did have a lot of green ones as well. I'm gonna see, maybe I'll make like a green hot sauce or something with the green peppers. And then these are our other miscellaneous hot peppers. I have jalapeno peppers in here. I almost said jalapeno poppers. These are pre-jalapeno poppers. And then I have hot banana peppers. These kind of longer ones. These are pasilla bajo peppers, which is like pretty like good medium heat pepper. I might throw those in if I make a hot sauce with the cayenne peppers because I think those will add a nice flavor. And I think that's it for the hot peppers. Next, we're going to go around and pick any of the tomatoes that we see. We have a couple of cherry tomato plants that are still making cherry tomatoes, but we also have some larger tomato varieties that didn't quite have time to make it to ripen, like these Roma tomatoes. These are Roma tomatoes that I planted pretty late on, and I knew that there was a chance that they wouldn't have time to ripen. They just nearly made it. You can see that this one on the left is blushing, so they almost had enough time, but that's totally okay because there are still recipes you can make with green tomatoes. If they're starting to blush, they will continue to ripen inside, but I do have quite a few that will not ripen inside just because they're a little too green. I think what I'm going to make is maybe like a green tomato chutney. I'm going to try that. I've also tried like green tomato salsa, and if you have like larger slicers, those are really good for fried green tomatoes. But I think I'm just going to have a small amount, so a nice little batch of chutney I think is going to be nice. I had also planted a tomatillo plant pretty late on because my first seedlings did die. So I planted this tomatillo plant later, and I did not quite have enough time for those to completely be ripe. So usually when they're ripe, the husk will split because the fruit inside will get really large. And this one, the husk has not split, but I can feel that the fruit inside is a decent size. Like, it's pretty much filled out the husk. So it's a little underripe, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and pick these few fruit that have formed, and hopefully they'll be okay. And I just have a few of those anyway, but like this one is pretty good. Oh my.
Jeez.
So some of my scarlet runner beans finally made the bean pods. They're huge. I'm really curious to see what the beans look like inside, because you can also eat the beans inside like just as beans. Wow. They're so pretty. They're huge and so pretty. They're like lima beans, like in shape and size. So yeah, maybe we'll pick some of these and we'll try them out. They're so gorgeous. Just bright pink. These are really cool. Alright, so we're heading over to the compost pile because I have another bonus squash back here from a squash vine that was growing out of our compost bin. Here it is. So I'm assuming this is a spaghetti squash because that's what it looks most like. I'm not 100% sure, and it clearly has not like fully cured yet, because if it was a spaghetti squash it would be yellow. So we're just gonna cut it for now, bring it inside and see if it changes color to look more like a spaghetti squash, but worst comes to worst, we can crack it open and give it to the chickens. You pick the tiny clippers. Does the bottom look okay? Not bad. Yeah, hard. Okay, we'll see if it turns color. Iris. Oh no. She's got to find the exact right one to get her head through. Oh my gosh, so cute. Look at him, he's so cute. Oh. There he goes. She's eating your clothes. So here is our final harvest from the day, everything we grabbed before the frost. We've got mostly peppers, but we also have our green tomatoes, our scarlet runner beans, and then we've got a couple of squash as well, and then our raspberries. So we'll see what happens tonight. We'll see if it actually ends up getting cold enough to kill things, and I'll have a little update, but honestly a lot of this stuff at this point we've already transitioned to the fall and winter garden, so a lot of it is going to be fine. We have all of our brassicas pretty much in like every single bed, and we have our root vegetables. So we didn't pick any of those today because they're gonna be good until after the frost and they're gonna get even better. So we're definitely still going to be getting some good harvests and doing some more harvest videos until the end of the year before we're completely done for 2023. But I hope you enjoyed this harvest today. Let me know if you have already gotten a frost in your area or not, and we'll see you again next time.